Tumpty 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 too. Printer's decided it's going to start being noisy. Bear with me. You finished? Good. Hello, welcome back to the Spydahs Web. Sorry about that. It's Q&A time, and we have 3 questions today. Sorry it's a little late. We've just had another one of those weeks. Monday we didn't get a Chatterbrew and a Big Black Dog up because I'd gone for one of those suitability for work things in the morning. I was an hour late getting in for that because they were running late. Then I had to get back, have a quick bath, get to Wrightington because I started physiotherapy at Wrightington. Then after that I was doing my 4-hour show, and after that I was going donating blood, and by the time I got home I just had absolutely no energy whatsoever. Tuesday I think I got about dinner time and I was just drained all day. I did go to Steen and Eaters to play D&D that night, and after that I've just been busy. I was hoping to get this done yesterday. It was my birthday yesterday, and we planned on going to Blackpool, and was going to do this when I got home, but because of having a rather hectic week and doing a lot of walking in Blackpool again, I got in. I don't think I was in half an hour before I was asleep on the couch. So I'm just getting around to it now. I apologise for that. So it's just one of those things. But one thing I do want to mention is I am getting back into the right mind frame for the videos again. I am planning to get the More Dungeon Saga minis done. I'm going to do them later today. Do this video, get it edited, and then get my table out and start painting and get some more videos done for you. I've already done 3 videos, 2 unboxings and a quick look at. So I'm getting there. I know it's taken a while, but also the events of May sort of like knocked me for 6, so I think I'm just about getting mentally and emotionally back on track, as it were. So let's get cracking with the question, shall we? In no specific order. We have Nick Edit Beer. Alright, matey. He says, nice answers, mate. Are you watching the football, and do you think England will ever win the World Cup again? The simple answer to that question is no, and I don't care. I'm not a football fan at all. Don't like football, don't like rugby. In fact, I'm not a sports fan. I enjoy watching the athletics, things like that, but I can't say I'm a fan of any sport at all. I can watch it. I don't shout for any team or any particular athlete, but I watch it and I enjoy it, and I appreciate the effort that goes into the athletics, but that's about it. As for football, rugby, not interested whatsoever. I hope that's answered your question. As I said, I'm not watching the football, and as far as the World Cup's concerned, I couldn't care less whether England win or not. The next question comes from the Devon Postman. Right, matey. He's sent a question via email. He's not bothered about his name being read out, so there we go. And this is sent to Ali's email, and he says, hi Ali, hope you and Steve are well. Another question for tonight. 3 things I love about Devon are the moors, the beach and the cream teas. What are the 3 things that you and Steve love about Wigan and Lancashire area? Kind regards, Kel, the Devon Postman. I live in Wigan. I don't come from Wigan. But 3 things I love about I like about the Wigan area. I can't really say I love anything about the Wigan area, but 3 things I like about the Wigan area. The grounds at Hay Hall. I do love walking through the woods, especially with Laddie. You may have seen a few videos that I've done just of Laddie by jumping in the canal and running through the woods. That's all done around Hay Hall. Another thing I like about Wigan is the fact that Ali comes from here. So if it wasn't for being here, I probably wouldn't have met Ali, and that's one thing I do actually love about Wigan. And the third thing I like about the Wigan area is the road to St Helens. That's where I come from actually. I come from St Helens, a village called Haydock, famous for the racecourse. Yeah, that's that's the main thing I like about Wigan, the road out. But it does say Wigan and the Lancashire area. Okay, so they're the three things I like about Wigan. The three things I do love about the Lancashire area. The countryside. There's some gorgeous countryside in Lancashire. I'm trying to think what else I do like about Lancashire. I've never really given this some thought, so it's so I love the countryside. You know, I'd say I like the people as well, in the broadest sense of the term, because they tend to be quite friendly. I mean, obviously, especially around where I live, they're all a bunch of, but no, most of them are idiots. But we tend people from around this area. I mean, I'm from Merseyside originally, so well, it was Lancashire until they changed the boundaries, obviously, and created Merseyside out of nowhere. But so I'm including that as well because it's traditionally Lancashire. We tend to be a lot more friendly, a good sense of humour. And the third thing I like about Lancashire, hot pot. Yeah, the Lancashire hot pot. Okay, now because you've asked that to both of us, I'm going to save this one for our chat, brew and a big black dog on hopefully Monday, and we can Ali can answer that one. So I'm going to keep that for her, and she can answer that on Monday. And next, I hope I've answered that question adequately enough, if not sillily enough. Thanks for your question. I look forward to your next one. And finally for this video, Pete, Mini Warzone. Fantastic episode as always. What is the oldest game that you own, and when was the last time you played it? The oldest game I own is a copy of Monopoly. Bear with me. Right. There we are. The oldest game I own. I'm going to open this up. There will be pieces missing. There's definitely money missing. Just to show you, it's been through the wars. This is the interior, and I'm just going to see this game was bought by my mum and dad when I was 69, 70, 71, when I was 4 years old. 1972 is the date on the instruction manual, and as you can see, it's not in depth. This is the oldest game I own, and the only reason I own this game is because I basically it's something that was with me while I was growing up. I hate Monopoly. I really do hate Monopoly. I mean, you can just see the money. It's been hammered. It's not a game I enjoy. It's not a game I would choose to play. When I last played this, I don't think I played this since... I brought it with me when I got married from my mum's, and that was 1990. I haven't played it. I think I was in high school. I think the last time I played it, I was in high school. The last time I remember playing this game, I was in high school. I have played the Wigan Monopoly. And I have played the Star Trek Monopoly, Star Trek Next Generation Monopoly. But actually, this particular game, I haven't played. I would say, at a guess, I would say since I was in high school, and I was 48 yesterday. So it shows how long I played it. If I never played Monopoly again, it would be too soon. It's not a game that I find incredibly pleasant to play. I don't enjoy it. It bores the life out of me. But for some strange reason, I've just brought it with me when I got married, and it's just something I won't part with. It's been there that long. So I'll say it's been in my life since I was 4 years old. So I've had it for 44 years, basically. So that was it. And I'm guessing at that because that's the last date on the instruction book or instruction sheet for the copyright. It may have been a little later than that when it was bought. I don't know. But I remember it being played when I was a kid. I remember just buying a very simplified version of it where we just go around and buy things, and whoever ends up with the most money after a certain length of time wins. But yeah, it's a game I despise. It's a game I loathe. I cannot speak low enough of it to basically get my feelings across over the little amount I think of this game. But there we are. That's the oldest game I've got. The oldest game I have that I play, or that I would play if I got the chance to play again, is Space Crusade. I have that. I've not played it for how long now? I've not played it for a few years, but I have played it within the last 5 or 6 years. So it's a few years ago, but as I say, I've not played it because I got a newer version. Well, not a newer version. I got another version of it which was all unpainted, so I stopped trying to get it done because I wanted to paint the unpainted ones and start playing with that. But I've done the same as I usually do. I've got so far with it that and then just stopped painting. Yeah. So that's the oldest one that I have that I would play, and that I think I bought in probably the early 90s. 95 at the 95 at the latest, I would say, when I bought that. I was working at one of the charity shops in Wigan at the time, volunteering there, and somebody brought it in, and I think I bought it for £1.50, something like that, and it was just the base game. It was virtually, in fact it was unused. All the stuff was still on the sprues, so I had to glue everything together and this, that and the other. So yes, or was that a different game? I don't know, but it was, all the cards were still in the wrapper. So yeah, it must have been either birthday present or a Christmas present that was unwanted. It was opened up, and they've looked at it, and the majority of the stuff in there was unused. I think they'd opened one or two things and had a look, but possibly just didn't want to know. So yeah, they're the oldest games I've got. Monopoly, or this version of Monopoly, is the oldest one I own, and will never ever be played if I can help it. But I don't think all the pieces are here anyway, and probably the one that I've got, the oldest one I've got that I would play again, is Space Crusade. So thanks for your question, Pete, Nick and Carl. I hope I've answered them all in adequately enough for you. As I say, for that one about what we like about Wigan and Lancashire, I will ask Ali in the chat brewing a big black dog on Monday, so you'll get your answer there. So until then, until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye. Hang on a minute. If you'd like to ask any questions at all ready for next week, then please pop them either in the comment section below or send them to the email address that's in the description bar. queenbeealley2016@gmail.com, I do believe. I might be wrong on that one, but as I said, the email address is in the description bar, so you can either send your emails to there, which would mean that I won't see them until I am asked the questions. Ali's emailed me the questions, so I've just printed them off and sat down and done this video. I haven't read any of it, I've just printed them off, and that was it. So I do not want any time at all to think about the answers I'm going to be given, because I think it gives a more genuine and a more what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, hellfire and damnation. Like a genuine answer and a spontaneous answer. But that's it from me. So until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.